New nails. Let's get started.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way,
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace. For those of you that are new, thank you so much for tuning in. Today I am just going to show you guys how to achieve my Valentine's photo nails, and I am just starting by applying a thin layer of Mia Secret clear acrylic to the base of my nails. I do this on all of my nails just to be a protective layer between the color acrylic that I'm going to use, and it also helps the nails to last longer and just adhere to the primer and base that we have already applied. So once I get that thin layer on all 5 of my fingers, I'm going to go ahead and start with my colored acrylic. So here I am just going to take my Mia Secret Nude blush as a base. I like this color. It's very vibrant and nude, not vibrant but like thick as a nude color, and it will work as a perfect base. This is the finger that I'm going to apply my photo to, so that's why I'm only doing a really thin layer just to get a full coverage over the whole nail. I am putting the base underneath the photo because if I put the base on top, then it will go over my photo and create an ombre effect, and I do not want it to ombre over the photo. I want the photo to stand out and be a true photo. Now that I have applied my base, we are going to get into this very cute printer. Guys, here I am just loading the paper into the printer. It does come with 10 sheets, but I highly recommend that you purchase the extra 50 sheets just so you have some if you run out of that 10, because I know even just sampling the printer, you use a couple of sheets of those papers. So you want to have some so that you're not in need of them when it's time for clients. So all you do is hook it up to Bluetooth to your phone. It automatically connects to your photo gallery. What I'm doing is taking the picture out of my photo gallery. I'm resizing it down to the smallest amount that it can go, and I'm dropping it down into the right bottom corner. Dropping it down here, well, you can put it to either corner, it really doesn't matter, but once you print the photo out, you will see that it only comes out to the bottom corner of that picture. You can print it the whole size and it will still be a mini, but you want it to be small enough to fit the nail. So once that picture comes out, I'm going to measure it with my finger, and I can see that it is small enough to put it on my finger. The thing that I love most about the Canon IV mini printer, not only does it print those photos so small and so clear, but it's also in the form of a sticker. So I just took the back layer off of the picture, and I'm just using the sticker layer to stick it to the base that I have already created on the nail. So one thing that I came in contact with is that those edges decided to keep coming up on the side. So I just took my nail glue, put a little dot underneath the nail, and then I'm going to take my finger and just roll it from top to bottom. You don't want to roll back and forth because it will, put fingerprints or whatever on your picture, so you don't want to do that. That one roll secured that side down, and then I'm just going to put a dot on the other side and do my roll. I'm going to put my finger from top to bottom and roll underneath the nail so that it does not mess up the quality of my picture. So now that picture is down, I'm having no issues with it, and what I'm going to do is take my clear Mia Secret acrylic, and I'm just going to take one really good bead, super wet but not too wet, and I just want to cover that entire nail, the entire picture. This is called Encapsulating the Photo. Once I encapsulate that picture, it's still pretty good. You want to do this before you proceed with any other acrylic, any other design, because you want that photo to stay true to color. Happy with the encapsulation layer. I'm going to now go in with my Mia Secret Nude blush, and I'm going to proceed to build up the rest of that nail and just get it nice and smooth. I'm also going to take this same color and put it on my remaining 4 fingers because that will be the base to the rest of the set. acrylic around the photo, I still try to be very careful because at the end, I want to do the least amount of filing that I possibly can. So I'm trying to still remain neat with my application and just trying not to get a big huge chunk over the top of their photo, because that just makes you have to file so long, and you know, the longer you file, you may start to burn your nail and it just does not feel comfortable. So I'm just taking small amounts of the acrylic and just building in all of the places around the nail, and it's okay if it is outside of your nail shape just a little bit, because we are going to file. We want to file some, but we don't want to spend the bulk of our time just filing that nail down. So I'm just looking at all angles, making sure that I have acrylic all around that photo. And I'm just filling in all of the little spaces that I see, any little dents, because you can always take away, but you cannot add to it. Once you get to that part in the set where you're filing, you just don't want to go back into the acrylic and have to apply some. So I'm filling in all the little dents, all the air bubbles that I see, and then once I finish with that, like I said, I'm going to use that same color and I'm going to put it along all of my other nails. Okay, so let's talk acrylic. A lot of people have concerns over, should I be using one bead? Should I be using 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth? That honestly is up to the nail tech. It's up to your style of how you do your nails. Sometimes when you're doing a longer set, it's definitely going to require you to use more than 2 or 3 beads. If you want the proper balance, you want the proper strength and structure to the nails, you really just have to work with the acrylic. Many acrylic systems have different consistencies. Some dry faster, some dry slower. So it's honestly up to the acrylic, and it's up to the pressure that you apply. I think if you're a beginner, the main thing that you want to do is just practice your acrylic to powder ratio. A lot of beginners will start doing nails with a beginner kit, and sometimes the kit is not to the standards of actually performing a structured nail. So if you want to practice, I say definitely practice with the acrylic system that you're going to use, because you want to know, how many beads can I get? What is the consistency? How long does it take to dry? You don't want to practice with something that you're not going to use. That's just as simple as I can say that. So, like when I started doing nails, I definitely practiced with the Kiss kit. I practiced with just anything I could find, and it never was just giving me the outcome until I actually got the Mia Secret acrylic system, and I just started practicing. When I started using the Mia Secret line, I started to see, okay, now I'm seeing what an apex is. Now I'm seeing, that I have to actually work this acrylic. Those practice kits, the acrylic you will use the whole tube trying to get an apex, and it still just deflates down to the very bare minimum, and it's just not the best to use. So I highly recommend whatever acrylic system you are planning to use, you are wanting to try, just order a tube of their acrylic, and always get the nude and the clear. Those are the best two to start and practice with. And there are many tips and tricks. If you want to start using colors, just put you some gel polish into your monomer, and then you can try to practice some colors and practice some ombres. But I don't recommend just buying all of the colors, because they are pretty expensive. So I don't recommend just buying the colors and using them up, but it is ways around practicing your consistency and things with your acrylic system. So I do like to use the Mia Secret Nude line, and then any of my color acrylics, I make them myself. If you guys want to see or tap into how to make acrylics, just comment down below and I will make a video in regards to that. But other than that, don't let anyone make you feel like you have to use 2 or 3 beads or you have to race. Your clients will understand. they don't really know the process. They just know, when I look at my nails when she's done, they look good enough for me to post. Clients are very prideful when it comes to their nails. They love for us to just do an amazing job. A lot of my clients book freestyles because they like that I'm creative. So always tap into your creative side and just never feel any pressure to get each nail accomplished with 2 or 3 beads. If you have to use more beads, that's fine. Long as your foundation is perfect, it's really nothing else that comes from that but a great design. So I'm just going to continue to build up these nails to my satisfaction, using however many beads I see fit until that foundation is just simply smooth enough to where I don't have to do more of the work on the back end. So I'm just going to complete these last 2 nails, and we will get on to the bling portion of this tutorial. Also, guys, everything that I use will be linked below. If my link list is too long, please comment and let me know. I'm still trying to figure this thing out, but everything that I use, from acrylic to brushes to stones to nail tips, everything will be down below. So make sure you click those links and shop if you need anything. I'm here to help you guys, and if you have questions about anything, let me know also, and I'll try out any products. I definitely want to do nail reviews in the future, so those will be great videos for me to post for you guys. So if it's anything that you ever want me to review, be sure to comment it down below and I will get right on that video. Now that I'm finished with the foundation, I like to go in with an 80/80 grit nail file. I do use an 80/80 grit because when you're doing your foundation, you want it to be as smooth as possible so that you don't have to do as much filing. I am very aggressive with my finish filing, so that's why I don't use anything higher than an 80/80, because it may tear up you or your clients' nails on the side or your skin. So I just like to go in with the 80/80 and still get kind of aggressive with it. And I go from sidewall to sidewall, and also I go underneath the nail, just because when you look at your nail from all angles, you want every angle to hit and be aesthetically pleasing. So when I look at my nail from the side, it's going to be parallel. If I look at it from the top view, it's going to be perfect. If anyone gets a glance of your nails, they're going to be perfect. And that's how you get return clients. When they get continued compliments on their nails, it's because you have did everything right with that foundation, and now we are just ready to decorate the nails. Now I am just restocking my crystal AB Rhinestones, and they are linked below. Now I'm taking the IBD Builder Gel, and I like to use this for my stones because it's not drying each time I put a stone on. So that allows me to get the design I want without them drying until I'm complete with moving the stones. And also, an added tip, if you take top coat and put it over the builder gel, it allows the rhinestones to adhere for longer. Once you push those rhinestones into that builder gel and that top coat, it gives it an extra seal around each stone, and they literally go nowhere. You also, when I use the Caviar pearls, I want them to be secure as well. Because they're so small, they are susceptible to just coming off at random. So I want them to still be on the nail, and just applying that top coat over the builder gel while it's still wet, it just allows more security for my design to stay on until my clients return for their fill. Look, if you guys follow me on TikTok, you would have seen this TikTok. It did go viral. I'm so happy with it, and I absolutely loved this set. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Mwah.